Welcome to 6 Dalton Street in Newburyport. The color of the house is green, and so is the style of building.
This is what I've dreamed about my entire life since I was a little girl.
Originally constructed in 1889, the Colonial has been given a brand new life. George Stroman and Alexis Kelly are the proud parents.
Instead of tearing this building down, we basically resurrected it.
The rehab is a work in progress that began 5 years ago. George and Alexis own an environmentally friendly construction company, and they wanted their own home to be an example of just what can be done.
This is definitely a stone that was in the basement because the basement had a painted wall. So you can see paint on that.
Little is gone to waste. The backyard patio is made from the home's original stone foundation. Red pine taken from the old roof will be used in the basement as flooring. So if I was going to pull up a piece of your roof, this is what it would look like underneath.
Exactly.
Underneath the new metal roof, solar panels produce at least half of the family's electricity.
Right now, the system is producing 169 watts, and it's cloudy out.
George can literally watch the savings. The panels also capture heat, which is transferred through these tubes to a storage tank in the basement. When enough is produced, it will shut off the furnace. They expect the system to provide most of their hot water and a third of the heat they use a year.
It costs more, 15 to 20% more usually, green building. But in the long run, it's quality, it lasts longer, it saves the environment. We save costs in other hidden ways.
Like the roof, they expect with energy savings it should pay for itself in about 8 years. What George and Alexis are doing here in Newburyport may be considered cutting edge, but they believe it will be the wave of the future. And green building is not just for single-family homes, it's going commercial. This is a 238 rental unit project being built in Chelsea. When it's done, it will look like this. Along with green-friendly building materials, the complex will feature low-flow toilets, energy-efficient appliances, and solar panels. It will even be smoke-free.
There will be no smoking anywhere on this site, inside the building, outside the building, anywhere. And this way it can't go from one apartment into another apartment.
The U.S. Green Building Council sets the standards and certifies projects like this. With energy costs continuing to rise, it says eco-friendly building has blossomed into a $12 billion a year industry, nearly double from just 2 years ago. Jay Ash is the city manager of Chelsea.
We expect to hear developers talking about green development. It's almost now to a point where if you're not talking about green, you're not going to capture the attention of the municipality.
I put 2 more skylights in there.
Back in Newburyport, George Stroman and his wife still have a ways to go, but they say this house will be worth the effort in more ways than one. I'm Ted Daniel, Fox 25 News.